Welcome to Left-Handed Locksport. I'm the EJM3. This is video number 6, the ABUS 83, and we got a lot to cover. I'm going to pick this one, I'm going to gut it, I'm going to replace it with this because I'm going to a tool meetup in Boston tomorrow, and this is unpickable, at least for a month. So I'm going to repin this in order for this to be attempted once more by those guys. And not only will I do that, I will pick this ABUS 83, this is Series 1, this is Series 2, and got this one as well. So we got a lot to get to, and I'm gonna put this up onto the vise and get going. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna start off with this Series 1. There's a trick to these 83s, it is the first pin, and that is generally a semi-serrated. All the rest are spools. So once we touch this first one and get it into place, we can go through and see if any of the other ones put it into a false set. It looked like number 3 did. So let's go to the back, see if we got anything back there. Got a little bit off of 4, but there we go. Okay, so 3, nothing, 2, nothing. 1, oh, I think I just touched 1 and it fell into a slightly deeper set. So let's go to the far back. We got 5 right here, 4, nothing, 3, nothing, 2, nothing. And there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so that is the Series 1, Series 2, key works. Fitting on this one is not too challenging, not when compared to that first one. But this one seems to give me a little bit more trouble than the other one. So top of the keyway tension. Let's switch it up a bit. Let's hit that first pin. And immediate false set, going all the way to the back. 5, I'm getting counter. Click, and it stayed in the false set, that's good. 4, counter on 4. That wasn't a click, I fell off of it. Ew, that something nasty just happened. Alright, so I don't think I'm in my false set anymore, but it's a really shallow false set to begin with. Let's go down the line and see if anything's giving us anything here. Okay, just got a click. I think that was out of 1 again. Okay, so I think I'm in the false set. This one is a lot shallower of a false set than that first one. And for some reason, these pins are crunchy. Alright, one more time. So get in there. Pin 1, immediate false set, pin 5, click, and we stay in the false set. 4, click, and we stay in the false set. 3, click, and we stay in the false set. Is it a 5, 4, 3, 2? Yep. And open. Beautiful. Okay, let's gut this thing. Let's gut the first one. See what's inside. This has the potential to be a very long video, so I'm going to do this as fast as possible and not screw up. So, inside we have the 2 triangles you saw from my last video. And on this Series 1, we have a pin right here. that we first have to take out. And we also have a clamp. So this is my very first pick. Not used as a pick too much anymore, unless I'm bitch picking. Extremely big keyways. Masters, more specifically. But it is pretty decent at getting these clamps off, so. There we go. That is off. Let's get the key back in here. Plug follower. That is out. Now you'll see that these are all red pins, which means that these were repinned by the locksmith that my friend got it from, and I got mine from the same locksmith, and these are green pins, so they are all, both of these have been rekeyed at some point. So nothing special inside of there. We can pour these out if you really want to see. They are all standard. Put those over there. Normally I'm not this cavalier, but again, this is going to be an extremely long video if I don't keep my pace. So, the pins. Pin 1. I'll show you a close-up of all of these once we get to the end. Pin 2, pin 3. We got the semi-serrated spool, and the last one is going to be a spool. And I will take out one of the springs, because the springs are different between this one and the Series 2. So, onto the Series 2. So the big difference between the Series 1 and Series 2 is, well, first, this one actually says Series 2, focus, please. And the back of the plug on this one has a milled cam actuator. This one, as we will see here, can be taken out, which means that there's a possibility that this can be forgotten when you put it back together, which I did last week, and it took me hours and hours and hours to figure out how to get it to work without that. I made this tool over here. Where is it? In video number 5, so if that happens to you, check that out, and you'll see how to make this, all the dimensions, and how to get this thing open without the cam actuator. So other differences, we got a window here, which we don't have on the first one, and the big difference, the one that will really bite you in the ass, is this pin. It doesn't get taken out, it gets pushed in. So where is my key? Here we go. So keep in mind that if this spring-loaded plug gets into the Bible, you have a broken lock that you will not be able to fix. So instead, open it up all the way, push this down, turn it a little bit more, and get it in between the window and the milled holes on the top before you push it out. Where is my plug follower? Oh, still in. Well, the lock. Okay, so push it out, make sure that pin is right in between those two. We're all good still. I'm just going to pour all of these out. As you can see, nothing special on these pins either. Now we can replug this to repin this to Actually, let's get all of these out first and do a little bit of a comparison here of the pins between the two, and most importantly, the spring, because the pins are not any different between the two. Come on. Here we go. Alright, so the top is our Series 1. The bottom is our Series 2. Almost exactly the same. The difference is the spring. This is a little bit shorter than the copper one up here. And it is steel instead of copper. So other than that, it is exactly the same driver pin layout. So what are we going to pin it up with? This is all serrated. And this one, and this one is a little bit red inside of the serrations, and that's because these are special to me. They were given to me by one of the members of Tool in Boston the very first time I showed up. So putting this in a challenge lock that they have not yet picked is sort of a funny joke to me. So we are going to keep the steel springs, all but the second and the fifth, and pin it up with this bitting. This is one of the keys from the Spares Reload kit, and it seems to be challenging enough that they have not yet been able to do it. So, you have seen all of this before, I'm sure. Key pin 4 and key pin 5. All in place. Let's make sure everything is even on the shear line, which it is. Beautiful. Focus. Beautiful. And let's take out the springs. We got 1, 2, 3. There's still one in there? Yes. The first slot, we want one in the first slot. So these two will be in the third. See that in there. And the fourth. This window, I gotta tell you, super handy. Now we're gonna put the copper ones in the second and the fifth. These are also from the Reload kit. And the non-red serrated pins that you saw are also from the Reload kit. So I'll show you my technique. I simply just shove that guy in there, push with the plug, and push down. Just holding it in there with the tension from the plug makes it super easy. And also these tweezers were a purchase that I just got. I was using regular tweezers before, but these things aren't a joke. They will make your life easy. Okay, that is all set. So, remember, this thing stays in between the window and the holes, or else you're going to be cursing to the moon. Alright, that is in there. Does it work? Yes. Now, annoyingly, this key gets stuck sometimes on the lip, but it's working. Good enough for me. Do not forget this step, and if you do, watch number 5 of the left-handed Locksport. Put our clamp back on. Put everything in here. Get our screw. Tighten it down. Close. Unlock. Beautiful. Okay, so we picked Series 2, ABUS 83. We picked Series 1, ABUS 83. We gutted them both. We repinned this with the challenge lock meant for the tool guys down in Boston tomorrow. Hopefully they'll be able to pick it, and then I can make more challenging challenge locks for next month. We looked at the differences. It's all good. I love this lock. This lock will teach you, if you're a beginner and you don't know how to pick spooled pins, this lock will teach you everything you need to know. I love this lock more than anything out of my entire collection of locks up here. This lock is by far my most cherished. And I hope if you don't have one of these in your collection that you'll go and pick one up after this video. Well, I hope you liked it. Sorry for the length. I tried to go as fast as possible. Click here to subscribe. Click here to see my last video. Click this one to see my next video. And until next time, peace.